What's up? What's going on, y'all?
We are
Hey!
live once again. I
Once
love that.
again, we are live.
Yes.
Welcome to another episode of the Impel podcast. Got a, I guess I got two special treats today. 'Cause today's the
Okay.
first day I got my co-host on.
Yes, come
Mhm.
on, Renee. Come on,
Yes.
Renee. Come
That's
on,
what we
Renee.
do. Before
Yeah,
we get into
Renee.
this, though, I was reading the comments on our introduction on the first one we did, the code switch. I want to give a shout out to Mo because Mo made a comment. He was like, I didn't know her name, but I knew it was the girl that always came in barbershop and you would argue with her.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, I
Not
know
the,
her name. Her name is Renee. So shout out to Mo.
that's the
Shout out to
arguer.
Mo. For
Always
real.
not
argue.
that y'all used to argue. Okay, so
I mean,
that's
we
why I'm
still
in the
argue.
middle. I'm the mediator.
Yeah, ain't no used to. She a
We
handful.
listen. We get along so well, though.
We,
It's like brother and sister banter that we do. You know,
That's what makes for exciting. You can't have somebody that agrees with you all the time. You gotta
all
have
Yeah,
the
somebody that's
time.
going, check you on your stuff.
yeah,
That's what it is. So everybody around us, they're either laughing or they're like, "Oh wow, they said this." But for the most part, we keep the shop entertained. I mean, I
yeah.
would
Okay.
like to say when I come in, you know,
It
Y'all
be
gonna
all
make me
love
come to
though.
the shop.
yeah,
Yeah, come on.
yeah, yeah, daily.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to meet you. I listened to, the first podcast with you and hearing your story, and I thought it was amazing. I
Oh,
thought it was
thank you,
amazing.
Renee.
I thought
Thank
we
you.
had some similarities that I want to dig into. Of
Okay,
course,
go ahead,
did my homework. I love the whole I'm hood adjacent. I'm hood
girl.
adjacent. I would
I
like to
want
say
to be
I'm hood adjacent
I
too.
want to be very clear, honey. I didn't start wearing kitten heels and get professional until the 2000s.
There
Okay?
you go.
Look.
There you go. I like to say that, and people don't believe it. They're like, "Oh, you're from Portland, Oregon." I'm like, I'm hood adjacent. Don't worry
Listen,
about it. Don't worry
there's
about
a hood in every city.
it.
Okay?
Yeah,
Trust me, because I
exactly.
could find it.
Hmm.
Exactly. I love that. I love that. So, welcome back.
Thank
This is
you.
gonna be
Thank you for
good.
having me. Thank you for having me. Like I told y'all, I get real nervous and I don't know what I'm gonna say. And like I was telling
Hey,
Leon, in some things I gotta watch my mouth. Like yesterday, I was told, Gina, don't be all the way watch your mouth, girl.
hey, look.
So here I know I could like be
I
myself,
told her
right?
this is podcast world. You ain't gotta
Yeah,
watch nothing.
exactly. We're all family. Listen, we want you to be your true, authentic, hood self. So
Okay.
there you go.
Renee, I'm still in your hood adjacent. I'm saying that from now on. I am hood adjacent.
Yes, yes. And one of the things that I really loved about your story was, how not only your educational journey to get where you are now, and then your story of you ran across some or you came across some health issues, right?
Mhm.
And that didn't stop you from continuing and succeeding. Although, you wanted to know more about it and what can
Yeah.
you do to, fix yourself for your kid, but also, you didn't let that hinder you and you still had, I would say you still impelled forward to your greater self where you
Yes.
are today. And I love that.
Yes.
And I
Thank
love that.
you. Listen, I will say this. I mean, I feel like I've lived several lives in one life so far, but getting sick, it put fire underneath me. Like it made me say, "Oh, I thought I was going before. That won't nothing. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet." Like I got to impale. Like
Yes.
I had to move forward and it's been the biggest gift, and I think anything really can. Like you either going to use the things that happen in your life and you're going to, a lot of people like with PTSD, people say, oh, it stopped me. But I say that there is post-traumatic growth disorder too. Well, not
Oh
a
yeah.
disorder, but you can grow from the things that you've been through. And it's totally up to you. It's all in the mindset, all in the mindset.
Mm-hmm. I think another thing that I wanted to kind of hone in on you did something that most people, I would say, in the Black community is actually scared to do. Was you talked about you took the money from your retirement and
Yeah,
said, you know what, I'm gonna live off of this. First, I'm gonna enjoy myself in Italy, right? And
sure
then,
did.
I'm going to, when I get back, then my priorities and what I want to do, I'm gonna put that in the forefront. And I think that that's one of the big scarcities in the Black community is, growing up, all you hear is you need to save for your retirement. You need to work and do your retirement. You need to get your 401k and, you work, you retire.
Yeah.
how does that, I mean, you look at it now and it's like, how does that happen when the needle keeps moving on the retirement age? So
Hello?
when do you stop? When you're, it's like first it was we were excited to get to 62, right? Then
Yeah.
the needle moved to 65.
Yeah.
Then the needle moved to 70. And this year I heard something, and I could be wrong. And I'm open to fact checking, but I heard the needle is moving to 86.
Girl, not 86. Who gonna be working at 86?
That's what I'm saying. But if you look at the cost of living now, and you look at the inflations and rates and all of the food and everything, it's just not enough right now.
Listen, you're right. And this is the thing. I think this is for my mindset, and it's not for everybody. I get it. It's a lot of people that are risk adverse, but I take calculated risk. I know the value that I bring to something. I know that I'm not just going to sit down and let I'm going to flip whatever money I'm giving. So $1,000 to the next person, that's already $10,000 to me, because I'm already thinking about how I can make that work for me in other ways. And having your own business, clearly, that's one of the best ways you can make your money work for you.
Right.
Like, I mean, you really can make it work. But I didn't even think about taking my retirement out, because partially I knew I won't go be here at 86, Renee.
Right.
86 wasn't even a thing that was going to happen for me. So I was like, if I make it to 56, so what would I do to try to triple, double that? But even beyond the money, what can I do to triple in the enjoyment of my life and spend more time with my kids? Because when I was working, the school would call me all the time. I was in a hospital. I worked in a polytrauma. Like, I mean, it never stops. The school would be like, the principal, she would be like, girl, your kids are here. And they sit with me again. Can you come get them? And I was like, oh, girl, let me send you some Uber money. Because I was never there. And my kids say that now. They say, Mom, when you were working in the hospital, you were never here. Soon as I got sick and I took that retirement money out, y'all, let me tell you, I was making muffins every morning. They don't even eat muffins because I made so many muffins. I made so many damn muffins. The kids in the neighborhood, they were like, Miss Gina, please stop making muffins. We don't want any more muffins. So it wasn't just about money. It was about time. Right. And so that money from my retirement, it allowed me to stretch my time and really have more time to do the things that I enjoy doing. But you can't be afraid to take that money, because like you said, girl, what you gonna do? Work to 86 with these young kids that are coming up that are smarter, they're better with tech. You're gonna be out of a job. You better have something else going on for you. You better know how you can take that money out and put it into something else and make more money, whether that's rental properties, Airbnb out your house and going to stay with your mama for the weekend that it's rented out, or starting a business. We got to do something as a community to make sure our money is really working for us.
And it's continuously coming in. Right?
Before we go ahead, you got something else?
No.
Oh, so before we get into your products and Ginas Love, now that y'all on the health part, when we left off, you were saying something about your prescriptions and medication, and were you still on them, or how did you win, or did you wing off of them?
So at the time, I was on a lot of medications. Like, they had tried me on so many medications. I remember speaking to one of the doctors that I work with, and he was like, girl, you only got 2 more medications that you haven't been tried on. And he was like, that's crazy, because it's a whole class of medications you have been tried on. So I was taking a bunch of medications at the time. But what people, and a lot of people know this, that are on medication for hypertension or diabetes or whatever the case may be, it may fix the symptoms of one thing, but then it'll mess something up. So the medication that, allows me to have preserved, heart functioning and things like that, and lower my blood pressure, it really wreak havoc on my kidneys. And so, then I start noticing, okay, well, yeah, it's preserving my heart, but now I'm retaining water. So with congestive heart failure, you congest. So it'll be days you see me, like yesterday at the radio, I'm completely bloated because I can gain 10 pounds probably in like 2 days. Like, it's nothing, because my kidneys ain't working so good on the medication. So I was like, it's got to be a better way. Like, nature gave us everything that we needed. And I was already kind of a health nut, but I was like, let me just do my own research, because these doctors, I'm 1 out of 1,000 million patients that they have. I'm my only patient. And I had the time because I took my retirement money out. So now I'm on the internet and I'm looking at all the research, and I come up on Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. And that's where I got into mushrooms, not the psychedelics, honey,
Right.
even though those are good for your mental health. But I got into taking reishi and lion's mane, chaga, turkey tail, and you got to take them consistently. So I started taking them 3 times a day. And I mean, this stuff is like tree bark. It's not easy to take. Even when you grind it, I was grinding it down into a powder. And my friend Heidi Basani, shout out to Heidi, she loved me so much. She started growing mushrooms when I told her my passion for it. And I was like, listen, this is what we need to do. She started growing mushrooms for me. And so she started actually growing the mushrooms. She would bring them up here to me because she's in North Carolina, and I would grind them down and I would make tinctures out of them. And so I was taking the tinctures and taking the powders, taking everything like 3 times a day. And even though I will say this, I couldn't get off all of the medications that I was on, probably at max, at my highest amount, I was probably taking like 5 medications, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to think, I wasn't even 40 yet. You know what I'm saying? Now today, I take 2 medications, and one of them I feel like I don't really need it, but I take it because it does preserve my heart functioning. But 2 medications, and I make sure that I take all natural stuff. I still do my mushrooms every single day, and I make sure it's pure. Like none of that stuff that you see kind of in the commercials where they're talking about mushroom coffee. No, we ain't no mushroom coffee. It's straight mushrooms over here, baby. Okay, we grind that thing up and it's nasty. It tastes like dog butt.
Mm-hmm.
And we eat it, and even for my kids, I'll put it into capsules for them and make sure that they take it because it helps with so many things. So herbs, everything. I'm all completely 100% natural with the things you put in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't realize, like, if you want to stop disease, it starts with your diet. It starts with what you put in your body. And if you change that, you can see a great change over time. You just got to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key, being consistent with it.
Yeah. People want stuff that works overnight. And the reality is, girl, don't nothing work overnight. Sometimes I pray to God and it take him 2 weeks to get back to me. So like what's going to work overnight? You got to know and really do your research, really be diligent in that and say, okay, this is going to work. I've seen the evidence-based research behind it. I see the testimonies behind it, but I have to hold myself accountable and be disciplined. And I didn't have nothing but time. So I was like, of course I could be disciplined. Like, of course, like even now to this day, I guess it's like an OMAD diet. So I'll eat 1 time a day. And then days when, like, say I want to splurge and I'll eat 2 or 3 times a day. And that's like no gluten. I'm really looking after what I eat. If I eat like 3 times in a day, then I'll go like 3 days where I fast because your body heals with fasting. It just does. Anything that you have, inflammation, all of that, it heals with fasting. So I'm just very diligent about what I put in my body, how I treat my body, because I want it to be here.
Yeah, it sounds like you're very structured. So you said on the days that you eat 1 meal a day, what does that look like?
So usually I will go all morning without eating. Now I drink teas. So I'll usually drink like 2 or 3 teas in the morning. I like pu'er tea, a hibiscus tea, and then I might do some black coffee if I feel like I need a pep in my step. And then probably about 5 o'clock I'll eat. And I'm not really I guess I'm restricted because I don't eat any gluten and I don't eat certain things. But when I eat at 5 o'clock, Renee, I can eat anything. I do whatever I want to do. Like, I'm not counting calories because it's 1 meal. I'm probably not even going to be able to eat 800 calories in 1 meal. So, but girl, I go for it, honey. I go for it. The little lady at the grocery store, she see me coming. She said, at 5 o'clock. I said, it sure is. I'm hungry.
You know your schedule.
Yeah, she know my schedule. She know I came in there. Because I like to juice my oranges. You can buy orange juice, but it's just something to be able to juice it yourself. So I'll just peel them. I'll juice them. She saw me. I got limes. I got oranges. She said, "You're hungry? Yeah, girl. Where the mushrooms at?" Like, everybody know. And it takes some time to get used to, but really, this is your body doesn't want to eat 3 times a day. Like, if you can get past, if you do a 10-day cleanse, like a 10-day water cleanse, and that might be extreme for some people, but a 10-day cleanse, and then after that, you start picking back up, your body will feel like a brand new body. I promise. Wow. Y'all gonna do a 10-day water cleanse with me?
You know, that sounds amazing.
I'm not doing no 10-day water cleanse. I eat pretty healthy already. So
he does eat pretty healthy. And I'm
Okay.
surprised because I work 100% from home. And I know a lot of people, they're just like, wow, when I'm at home, I just snack and I snack and I snack. I don't find myself doing that, honestly.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Very. I have a cup of coffee. I don't eat until 11:30, 12 o'clock. Excuse me. And then I don't eat again until it's dinner time. I'm
See,
not
you
in the kitchen,
already on it.
Yeah, I do a
not in
lot
the
of
kitchen
intermittent
throughout the
fasting.
day.
Yeah.
Leon, you said you do the intermittent fasting too?
Yeah, a lot, pretty often. Yeah. Last year when I
Yeah.
did it, I did no carbs. I was doing keto. I was doing the whole thing,
Yeah.
intermittent fasting. One day, I got down to 175. I was like, hold up.
Okay, that's a little skinny, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Like,
didn't even realize I was fasting or doing anything of that nature. I just didn't feel like eating until like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Breakfast,
exactly.
and
Yeah,
now.
Listen, your body is smart. It's like a computer. It knows what it needs and when it needs it. And so, like, yeah, if you just kind of listen to your body, but first you got to really be in touch with yourself, and you really got to be able to say, am I eating because I'm hungry, or am I eating because I just want to eat? Like, is
Right.
this emotional? You know, we get high off of eating too, honey.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
People
That
eat
is
them cakes
very
and they
true.
be up there. Y'all seen my 600-pound life? You them big ladies is big for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Well, I
Now
think
look,
that's amazing. The
yeah,
discipline is there.
that's good. So now let's tap into these products. So we got to know about these
Okay.
products. So what's your
Yes,
best
I'm
seller?
excited.
Okay, now actually the Ayurvedic hair care is the bestseller. And
Mhm.
so a part of the health journey, because of the medications, because of all the treatment at Mayo Clinic, my hair started falling out. Like, I mean, like I was growing it, it was fine for a minute. And then like I got on a medicine and I was completely allergic to it, broke out in hives, and then my hair just started falling out in patches. It just started falling out. So as a woman, that's just real. I mean, you already sick, and now I got to be bald headed. I was like, this is not the way. Like, so I was
No.
really like, what am I gonna do? And so once again, I went back to doing my research, and I was like, you know, I do skincare like Asian women, and I do hair care like Indian women. So I learned about how to use methi, which is fenugreek seeds, learn how to use Indian gooseberry, which is amala, make hair mask and things like that. And in I would want to say like in about a year, I was like, wow, this stuff really, really works. MSM, vitamin C. And so that's what moved me to making the hair care. And I had other girls that were telling me I have alopecia, I have all these other things. So I do protective styles. Like, this is not all my hair. I'm very transparent about that, honey. This just tapped on the back. It ain't even glue on. It was sitting in the chair earlier. I would be very clear. But
Well,
this
you
part
cannot
is
tell.
this part is all me. But I usually like to braid it up because I use my hair products all throughout the week, and I lift that wig up, honey. I put that stuff on there, and then I just don't really bother with it unless I have to do a podcast or go somewhere, and then I'll just pull it off the back of the chair, honey, and put it on. But like, it really, the Ayurvedic hair care has been the best seller in the past year. But the soaps, they do good too. They're vegan. And so people think, and this is another thing, I was like, if you can't eat healthy, you can wash healthy. Your skin
Right.
is an organ. It's going to absorb about 70% of what you put on it. And people don't know regular soap is made with tallow, which is cow's fat. That's how they, they try to use different words to make you think it's this. So if you look on the back of your soap, it says tallow, and that's cow's fat. And those cows have been stressed out, honey. They have been stressed out. You don't want that cow's fat. That's not what you want on your skin. So our stuff is coconut oil, almond oil, sapphire oil, all of those good things, essential oils, natural colorants. And so it's not like I've been doing not ads all this week, but I've been putting stuff out there. It's not just soap, it's skincare. So even
Yeah.
if you don't have time to do a full skincare regimen, if you're washing with something that's really, really healthy and has good ingredients, you're going to see the difference in your skin.
I love that. I'm gonna have to get shop some of those products.
Girl, send me your email address and your physical address, and I'll send you some products.
And she got a lot of products. I went through the website. There's a lot of products with there.
Yeah,
I love
it
that.
is.
I
It
was like,
is.
oh, am I gonna ever stop? I was just scrolling.
And I didn't know. I just was, I made soap. Like, that's all I wanted to do. But people were like, the soap is so good. Can you make me some cream? The cream is so good. Can you make me scrub? And now we're doing all these other things. And I'm like, how did this even happen? And it's the people. It's the people. It's what they wanted.
Yeah, you
So
gotta
that's,
know the people.
yeah. Yeah. So every product on there is because of what the people want it mostly, and because it can help them not just, it smells good, it looks good, but it actually works for you.
Yeah.
I got a comment. Somebody said, "Do you have anything for acne?"
Yes, I do have things for acne. Thank you for asking, Mo. You were just talking about Mo, Renee. Then what you talking
Yeah.
about Mo?
Mm-hmm.
No,
So
that's a different Mo.
okay, that's a different Mo. Okay, sorry,
That's
Mo.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we definitely have things for acne. So usually it's our black charcoal tea tree bar. And so that helps with oily skin. But we have a facial line too that has different serums. And people ask me, they say, "Do you have a men's line?" And I'm like, anybody can use this.
Yeah, anybody.
Anybody can use any soap, any product, anything that's on there. So yeah, Mo, we got something for that. Hit me up after ginaslove.com.
That's amazing. Now, alopecia, I know that's really big, especially in our
Yes.
community, right?
Yes.
And a lot of women kind of struggle with that and figuring out what product works for them. What
Yes.
do you have? I know you mentioned some of your products for that. Is it like a shampoo, or do you have
So
a regimen for that?
So my shampoo that I made, it was so super natural. It's with soap nuts, and everybody can't get into it because they're used to like the foamy white bubbles. And in nature, you're not getting that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but you have things that cleanse. So I took the conditioner, which was marshmallow root, and the soap nut shampoo off because it wasn't selling and people just couldn't get into it. But
Mm-hmm.
what we have for alopecia, we have our MSM clove serum, which is really, really good. MSM is organic sulfur, and it works with vitamin C and
Mm-hmm.
cloves to help stimulate your hair growth again. And so we have a hibiscus hair tea that has amla, aloe. All of those things are really, really good. And I tell people all the time, now I don't sell a derma roller on my website because it's needles, and I don't want y'all to sue me. Y'all like me, but y'all would sue me, honey. Y'all get the chance. I know some people would. But I tell people, and I recommend a derma roller, and you can get it from Amazon for $10. And it's like 1,000 needles on this roller. And so that's what I also use. I would use the derma roller, and then I would put my product on there. In 2 days, you can see new growth. In two
Really?
days. I have a girl, Angie, she's a nurse that I used to work with. She sent me a picture and she was completely bald. She said she was going to the Africans and the tension on her hair, it just
Mm-hmm.
tore her hair completely out. She said, "Gina, I've been using your product." She's probably been using it for a month. And to everybody else, it probably looks like nothing. But she said, "It's growing back.
Wow.
I have fuzzy here." And so, like, yeah, it will work. And you just have to be consistent, especially with natural products. So, and a lot of this stuff has the same efficacy as Rogaine,
Mm-hmm.
but it grow back. So you got to be
Oh,
real careful with some of that stuff, honey.
Yeah, I got some men be asking me about Rogaine. I'm like, I don't know nothing about it.
Hey, listen, people swear by Rogaine. I do not. That stuff will take it. Sometimes it makes your hair fall out because your hair has different stages, the anagen phase and all this other stuff, and it
Mm.
pushes it into a certain phase. And so you lose a lot of hair and
mm-hmm.
then it'll grow it back. But once you stop using the Rogaine, your hair stops growing and it'll fall out again. With these
Oh,
products, your hair is not going to fall out again. Now, you might not have as fast growth if you stop using it, but it doesn't do that same thing that Rogaine does. So, yeah,
What's the
with
name of that
Rogaine,
product again?
so we have the MSM Clove Hair Growth Serum, and
Mm.
then we have the Hibiscus Hair Tea. And then if you just want thicker hair, we have the Henna Hair Pack. So, like I said, the Indian women, they taught me a little something. Them ladies, you see
listen,
their hair.
listen, that is amazing.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, 'cause
writing it down.
I have a lot of men who be asking me about hair growth, regrowth. I'm like, man, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Tell them
I'm
get
I
that
wanted
derma
to
roller.
use your MSN Clover serum on beards. You
You
know,
can.
men
And
have like the patchy beards.
yes, you can get you that derma roller and you get you the hair serum, but we also have a hair oil. Now that thing sells out all the time.
Mhm.
And the men really like the oil for their beards too. Now, let me give you this disclaimer, ladies. It's mostly to the ladies.
Mhm.
These products grow your hair everywhere. So look,
Mm.
your lady stash is gonna come in. I gotta shave mine I be shaving because it's not gonna like it's going through your scalp, through your skin. So it does grow your hair. My sister told me, she said, girl, I had to go get waxed twice this week, which
Oh,
so your wax bill is gonna go up. You're gonna be shaving that mustache, ladies. But your hair is growing. Your hair is
yeah.
growing.
I
And it
mean,
clears your
sacrifices,
complexion.
right? We got to
It's
make
a
sacrifices.
sacrifice. Exactly. You said you want your hair to grow. I mean, you ain't want your mustache, but hey.
Yeah. You didn't say, particularly you just wanted the hair to grow,
Exactly.
Speaking of getting whacked, hold on, I'm gonna go back to it. So make sure I got this down for the men. Derma roller,
Yes, get a derma roller from Amazon, not from Ginas Love, because I don't want to
Amazon.
get sued.
MSN clove,
Clove serum, that's right.
what henna hair pack,
And the henna hair pack, the henna hair mask, and the hibiscus hair growth tea.
hibiscus.
Leon gonna buy all your products and he gonna add it's gonna be a la carte on
He
on
can
his
do it.
website.
I do wholesale. I do wholesale and private label.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get with you then. So speaking of the wax, you said something about wax. I'm asking.
Okay. All right.
Seen something. You don't know because I ain't tell you that I seen you on this interview. You might not still have this product because I went looking for it. So let me go see if she got this product.
What product? God.
The Cootie Care Kit. What is
the
that?
Cootie Cat Care Kit. The Cootie Cat Care Kit. We were talking about this yesterday.
Oh,
listen, I don't have it on the website anymore because they kind of made me take it down.
Ooh.
Because this was when I had my site through Shopify because I had a CBD Fem Balm. Honey, let me tell you something, ladies. That CBD Fem Balm.
What is this?
Honey, it had people pulling triple doubles. I'm just saying.
Wow. All right, sis.
So yeah, because we have cannabinoid receptors all over our bodies, and CBD doesn't get you high, but it affects the cannabinoid receptors where you need them to be affected, and it helps with the moisture. And it was, it's a natural product. So that was one of the things that we had in there. We had an oil in there, a massage oil, and we had a quartz crystal, because a lot of girls, honey, I don't want to talk about the ladies, but honey, some of y'all done let too many people up in that thing, and you need to cleanse it. You need to pray over it. You got to remove it. You got to put the love back in there. So that's what the quartz crystal would do, and also cleanse it. But if you really had some of that demon dick, honey, you had to put put some black obsidian in that thing.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, you got to bring that back though, but you got to rename it. So you got to rename it. So you know what I mean?
I got to rename it.
Either rename it or figure out a way to still sell it without, I guess, email it to people.
Or you can, you can like put it like ladies' secret message.
Right. Exactly. I haven't tried it like now I'm with a Wix store. Like that's my domain is with Wix. So I haven't tried it with them. So I can rebrand. That's what y'all are telling me. Leona Renee saying rebrand it and bring it back.
Yeah.
It was a hit too. The ladies, they'd be like, Gina, where that kid at? And I'd be like, hold on.
Oh, you got to put the kid back.
Yeah, you got to bring it.
Oh, and you know what else I had? Fenugreek. That's another thing.
Oh, yes.
Fenugreek. Renee, have you heard about the fenugreek?
Yeah, I got some of my vitamin. I take it every day.
Listen, it's for the men and the women, but it will make your hair grow. And that's when I start using it. That's when I found out I started using it. I was like, what is this? And
you smell great. You smell great.
You smell like maple syrup down there. It makes your vagina smell like maple syrup.
What is it?
So what is it? Fenugreek. I was taking it and I was like, who is making pancakes in here? Smell like maple syrup down here. It's crazy.
Hey, y'all men, y'all hear that? And if y'all on here,
take it every day.
Y'all need to go get it.
Women love you. Add it to your vitamin regimen. You know what I mean? When you in the mornings when you're taking your multivitamins and everything else, add that to your regimen.
Can you make that too?
No, this is just like I have fenugreek seeds. So the seeds is a plant and it grows, but you can get it in supplements. You can get it in a powder form. And so I was just making it in a tea every day for my hair. And then I noticed, I was like, why do I smell like maple syrup down here? Like, and then the other thing it does. Exactly. Who got the waffles? And then the other thing it does is it really increases your orgasms. Like I had a
Yep.
friend and I told her, she said she had never climaxed in her whole life. And she was in her 40s. I said, girl, never. And she said, never. She had never. I said, girl, take this fenugreek. You're going to smell like maple syrup and you're going to be coming all over the place.
Oh yeah.
All over the place. And it works for men and women. I don't know if it makes the men's like smell like maple
I haven't heard
syrup
that
anyway.
though, but
Yeah.
try it and let us know.
Let
Let the ladies know. You know what I mean? Let the ladies know. We want to know too.
Girl, what would you do if your man was with you and then he finished and girl, it smelled like pure syrup? Like, what would you?
I mean, we would love that because we don't want it to smell like nothing else.
Hello.
This is what happened, Leon, when you have two women on here. So
exactly. Listen, we giving y'all the secrets, honey. We giving y'all all the secrets.
So let me
ask.
Yeah, I want to know it all. Yeah, let the people know. So look, check this out. So tell the people the secret about the orange pills in the tub.
Oh yeah, listen, y'all know I'm all natural. So when I do my juicing, when I juice my oranges, I save the orange peels and I save my banana peels, and I'll put them in a bag in the refrigerator, like in a little cheesecloth. And then when I'm ready to take me a good old bath, honey, I'll take that cheesecloth, tie it up, and I put my orange peels in there because vitamin C and the potassium, they help to boost your collagen. Collagen in your body cannot be created without vitamin C. That is the #1 supplement. And the best way you can get it, you can take a vitamin C pill, but to get it from them orange pills, then that's another thing, honey. You smelling like maple syrup, oranges, bananas. You ain't got no problems in them. They be ready to eat
a whole fruit basket for you.
Fruit basket.
Okay, a fruit basket, but it really does. It helps your skin. Like I feel like, people tell me all the time, like, Gina, you got pretty skin. And when they see me with my kids and my kids, my oldest son is 24. They're like, you can't be old enough to have that kid. I'm like, girl, you better put them orange peels and the banana peels in your damn bathtub. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? And take that funnel grease so you can make one.
So it's banana peels and orange peels.
Banana and orange peels because the orange pills have vitamin C in them, and then the banana has potassium in them. It just really, I'm telling you, you will notice a glow in your skin and you will have that bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Like we all gonna get wrinkles, but honey, them wrinkles ain't looking like they used to look.
Now, I love that. Tied up in what?
I have a cheesecloth because that's how when I juice, like I'll put the, put everything in there and then I squeeze it by hand. And so you could get cheesecloth. They probably sell them for probably like $6 or something on Amazon like that. And you can reuse them over and over because I don't like one-use plastics, or I like to make sure that whatever I'm doing is really good for the environment. So I use that cheesecloth, tie that thing up because you don't want you don't want everything floating in your bath. That's not always appealing for everybody, and you don't want to have to clean it up afterwards. So the cheesecloth makes it so you don't have to peel. You just put it in there and then you take it right back out, and then you can throw all the stuff in the trash when you're done, except for the cheesecloth. Reuse that.
So it's just one. It ain't multiple cheesecloth. Just one. You put all the pills in it. One.
Yeah, I just put all the pills in one. It's like a handkerchief. It's like a handkerchief. And then I tie it up and I put it in there, and I keep on going, honey.
See, when men need to know, when the ladies come over with that spend the night bag and they got, the fruit in the cloth.
He's gonna be like, we're gonna be opening her bag. He's gonna be like, why you got old banana pills? He gonna think she's trying to put a root on them or something.
That might be true, but don't worry about it because our good sis just put us up on game.
Okay. Hello. He gonna enjoy it when he see later on what it do when she's smelling like a tropical island with syrup.
And I seen you
right
as of last week. Now I don't know if you've been doing this. So no, it ain't nothing crazy. Franchise. People can franchise through you.
So it's not a franchise, but it is wholesale and private label because. I don't want to give all my secrets away, but I mean, I can, for whoever tunes in, this is for you. Okay. I mean, I used to make soap, and to make a bar, it cost me $5, $6 to make it for myself. But now, because I have manufacturers making it and they make such a great amount, it probably is like $2.50. right? For them to make one bar of soap. I sell the bars for $10 to $12.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if you just want to get into business and you're like, I don't know what business to get into. I don't want to waste my retirement money that I cashed out and do something that's too risky. I want a good return on investment. And so I was like, I want to give other people that easily can sell to their friends and family. The product sells itself. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't even got to do nothing. You just give a couple of samples, they're going to come back, right? So I was like, let me give an opportunity to other people that want to earn some extra money or, start a business. And so I started doing private label and wholesale. And the wholesale it's still Gina's Love packaging. It's still, Gina's Love branding and all of that stuff. And you could buy it and put it, that's mostly for stores and things like that. But the private label is, I'll make all the soap for you. You don't even got to make the soap. I'll make the soap for you. You can buy it at whatever I sell it for on the website, and you can put your own packaging, your own labeling, your own branding. You choose the bars you want, and you can go off and you can start making money for yourself. And I'm not, and of course I could, like I said, I told you, the difference in how much it cost me to make it to how much I sell it for. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trying to, beat anybody over the head. I think I sell it at a fair price, private
Right.
label, and you can still make like $8 per bar, $6
Mm-hmm.
per bar. So imagine that, you sell 600 bars, you making a good amount of money. You sell 60 bars, you making a good amount of money.
Right.
And I tell people a lot of times how to do the labeling really cheap. You don't want to start out really big. People have these big ideas. And I say, look, I started out with belly bands that I bought from Uline. It was 1,000 of them for however much money. And I glue gun everything. Like, you want to keep as much money as you can. And then as you get more money, then you can change your packaging and you can grow and you can make it bigger. But you want the most money that you can get right now. So that's my thing. I just wanted to put some people on to, you can start a business and be successful just and enjoy what you're doing and a product you believe in. And so I have a few people that they do private label. And of course I will keep them private because they don't,
Right.
Gina, don't out me, bitch.
Right. Do you do like reoccurring monthly
Yeah.
subscription to your products as well, like monthly soaps, and you could just
Yes.
put it on reoccurring?
Yes.
That's
So a
amazing.
lot of people, and of course, those bars are at a discount compared to if you just buy them, one at a time. So I have a few customers that they have some bars that are on subscription and they get it every month. And of course, it's hard for me if you just buy one bar and I know you have this subscription. I'm always stuffing stuff in the bag. That's one of the things I had to get a hold of because one
Mm-hmm.
guy, he was like, Gina, you sent me 10 bars. I was like, oh, I felt like you needed to try this. Give this to the wife. She needed to try that. And the kids needed this.
Mm-hmm.
So that I have on subscription. And then I have a face serum. It's called the Benjamin Button because it puts you in reverse. And that I can't even keep in stock. And a lot of people have that on monthly subscription too. So it
Wow.
makes it easier so you don't have to think about it. And the good thing about soap is you always need it. Like,
Always
I
need
mean, it's not something that's just going to sit and you never going to use.
Right. It's always there.
Yeah.
Now, I love that, you're doing it yourself and you're offering, private label to help other, business owners or people who want to start their own business who doesn't have, the big income or loans behind them be able
Mhm.
to succeed under you. What about people who say, okay, well, what about Amazon? Do you want to go, a little bit more global where you offer those products on Amazon, your products, or you
So
want to
for
kind of keep it
me,
to you?
I want to keep, I'm greedy. I like all my money.
Right.
And while Amazon is nice, a lot of people they don't know what a fulfillment center looks like. And
Mm-hmm.
they don't know what their bars are doing in that fulfillment center. I am a
Right.
bit of control freak. Some fulfillment centers are not up to par. Now, I have a smaller fulfillment center here that I'm trying to work with. I've been there. I've been there a couple of times where I can see, like, where's my stuff going? Will it get dust on it? How is it treated? Let me see how these people are handling it. With Amazon, you're not really gonna, maybe they might let you in the fulfillment center to see, but you don't really know how it's gonna be handled. So number one, that's a big thing for me. Number two, Amazon wants a good portion of your money. And you got to
Oh,
think, you still having to pay for certain things. So now you're giving up $2 or $3 on a bar, and you already probably paying $2 more for a packaging. So how much money are you actually making off of that? So for me, I don't sell Ginas Love anywhere except ginaslove.com. And then I'll do pop-ups at different places, but you have to be really kind of a high-end place. My products aren't, everybody can't afford a $12 bar of soap. And I'm not,
Right.
and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
So Amazon is just not for me, but it could be for other people that are doing private label with me. If they so choose to, Etsy, Amazon, all of those things. But just for me, for Ginas Love, to protect the brand, I'm not going to do that.
And that's good. Not only does it protect the brand, but it speaks to the brand itself if it's a vegan product, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, it's sitting in a warehouse or a fulfillment center. You don't know what's
Yeah.
by it, what's connected to it, what's touching it, and what could, potentially harm the product, that could potentially harm the person that's using the product if you're
Yeah.
using a vegan product. So I definitely get that. But that's good
Yeah.
information for, some of our future business owners who
That's
want
right.
to, because they keep, a lot of these entrepreneurs keep, banging on you to go through Amazon, go through Amazon. It, better.
Amazon got enough money.
Right.
Amazon, I did the numbers. I looked at it and I wrote it down somewhere. I mean, they are making millions every hour
Mm-hmm.
almost. Amazon has enough money. So I will say this, if you are looking to get into a fulfillment center, there are local warehouses, because you can help another small business out. I'm all about helping other small business. So the one that I'm looking at is run by local boys. They were in there fixing the conveyor machine themselves, the boys that own the place. So
Mm-hmm.
there are other places, other fulfillment centers beyond Amazon that would work for you also. You know what I'm saying? Amazon has plenty of money. They have their own trucks. They have their own shipment. Like you know how when you go to order something that's got UPS, FedEx, Amazon does that. They don't even use
Right.
those services. They have their own. So I would also say, look in your city and look at the local fulfillment centers somewhere, like I said, that'll allow you to walk in and you can go to your shelf because you'll be assigned a certain area. You can go to your shelf and you can talk to the people and you know who's handling it. But it also helps out other small businesses in your area and the local economy, and all about helping the local economy.
That's amazing. I think that's very good, and a good kind of tip for our future, entrepreneurs out there that are
Yes.
looking at this. That's great.
Yes.
Are we
How were
going
So
you able to find your distributor or to assist you with making your soaps and your other products? How hard was it, or did they come to you?
no, I found them
Mm-hmm.
because I was making the soap in my kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, these orders are coming in, and I was spending all day in the kitchen. Soap making is a process. It doesn't
Right.
happen overnight, even when you make it, and it's kind of dangerous. I mean, like there are times in the beginning, you can ask my kids and some of my friends, I burnt the skin off some people. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like
Right.
it is a dangerous, and you really have to make sure that everything is to temperature and everything is where it needs to be. And so I was making the soap and it just became so tedious because the orders were coming in, and I was like, it's got to be a better way. So I actually went to a business mentor, the SCORE program, and it's in every state. You heard
Yeah.
about the SCORE program? It's
Yeah.
wonderful. It's
Yeah.
completely free.
Free.
And so, yeah, I went and I put in my information. I said, I need a mentor. I need somebody to help me problem solve this. And so I met with my business mentor, Pete Williamson, and he was like, these are the things we need to do. You need to learn how to scale up. And I was like, what you mean scale up? Like, because I'm still hood adjacent. I didn't know all the lingo, the business lingo.
Right.
So he was like, you need to build it to scale. So at some point, somebody's going to have to make this soap for you. So I actually found some people that are out in the Midwest, and I love them. Like, they are great. It's all organic. It's very natural. Like I love their process and I trust their process. And so when I found them, I was like, I think this is it. And so, I was real sacred about my recipe. I don't even got it in my recipe book, right? Just in case anybody stole my recipe book.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you'll mess yourself up if you follow that recipe. But I, was very sacred and secret about it. But with them, I was like, I trust you guys. And they really coddled me all the way through the process, followed my recipe. And I was like, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning, the bars used to be really big and people complain. Like, I mean, it was like a 12-ounce bar of soap. Like, I mean, that thing lasted forever, but the ladies were dropping it because it was too big. And so I was like, okay, that's great, but we gotta, go down to something smaller. Just a normal size bar will do. But I had been working with them, and I was like, this is the way, and I had to give up a little bit of control, but it felt good to do that because it freed me up to do more marketing, to, do more pop-ups in person, and to actually get more customers. So I didn't have a problem finding the manufacturers. I went through a couple of people and tested a couple of people beforehand, and it just wasn't a good fit for me. So I would say do your due diligence. I didn't just pick the first person, that I found. And it was somebody out there, and I will say this, it was somebody out there, one of the first manufacturers. He made better soap than even what I had. Like he was like, your recipe is good, but try this right here. It was the best soap I've ever used in my life. But he wasn't for me. He wasn't for me, and I wasn't for him. And we figured out early on. And I was like, you know what? It was nice meeting you. I will say this, you got a better bar of soap. I won't tell anybody the name of this manufacturing company, but he just was kind of slimy, and it wasn't. I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. Out there, the manufacturers in Montana, they are lovely people. Like every time something new, like, we were in Success Magazine and we were in Fox News, like I always send a message like, look at this. It's you guys made these. These are your babies. And they always are so proud of it.
So all 4 of the facilities are out there in Montana?
Not all 4 of the facilities are out there, but the main facility is out there in Montana.
Okay. That's what's up.
That's really good. Better look into that. It's called the SCORE program.
Yes, the SCORE program. I live and die by the SCORE program.
Yeah, I filled that out one time, but I ain't never completed. I got through a couple things, and I said, "Nah, I'll come back to it." I might go back to it.
Listen, they're wonderful because it's all free, and these people are volunteers. But you can click down, Renee, and it's like if you need a mentor in marketing, they got it. If you need a mentor in accounting, they got it. So you get to choose which area you pick, and these people have been experts in these areas or worked in them for many, many years. And then you said what?
They'll meet you at a location if you want to.
Right? So that's how it was. He met me at my location, and it was just, and he's very different than me, which is really nice. A lot of people, they want somebody that looks like them. He won't mind. Pete Williamson will not mind me saying this. He's a white man, and he was like, "Who buying a $10 bar of soap?" Like he was completely
because he doesn't know.
Right? He was like, "What?" He didn't say this. He was like, "What the fuck?" He really was. And so, but he was an expert in marketing. And I said, how do I sell smells through the internet? Because you think about Bath and Body Works, you want to go, you want to try. Like, how am I selling body products so well and people can't even try it? And he helped me to kind of perfect that process. And then he would give all of the products that I would give him to his wife, to his daughters. And then he would come back and say, Gina, they love it. They love it. And he is literally my family now. His family is my family. Like I love them so much. His daughter, Rachel, she was my intern and worked with me, and his wife, Kathy, I love all of them. So he's stuck with me for life. We are probably like 10 years in now, 7 years.
Oh, wow.
7 years in.
So he still mentors you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I saw him the other day. I mean, like even the holidays, like I'm stressed out. I was crying. He came to a pop-up. He said, "It's okay, Gina. It's okay." But he's so sweet, so supportive. I would never let him go. Never.
That's so good.
Yeah, and you go be here till you're 86. Talking about you ain't gonna be here when you're 86. You
better claim it.
I'm gonna be at home. She's gonna be relaxing on the beach or back in
Yes. I love it. I receive that.
That's
I ain't like when you said that. Talking about you ain't gonna be here when you're 86. You don't know that.
That's true. At the time, I will say when I was thinking that, I didn't.
She was thinking from a work perspective.
I didn't believe it. Yeah. But now I feel like I'm gonna be here forever.
Wait a minute. Well, now Renee was saying you thinking from work. Now I thought you were talking about death.
It's both.
Oh, okay.
I definitely won't about to work till I was 86. That was complete. Even to this day, I got an out plan. I'm be out in 3 to 5 years. My end goal is to sell Ginas Love. Like as much as I love Ginas Love, my end goal is to. And I was talking to one of my new mentors, and he's in real estate, Duke Dodson. I absolutely adore him. And I called him. I was having a meltdown, and I was like, I don't know. Like, I want to sell the business, and these are the things that I want, because I want to move on to something else. Like,
Okay.
as beautiful as Gina's Love is, and it has taught me so much. We have to have an end game, and so I probably started the business with $5,000, like and initially I started it with $5,000, and of course I poured more into it over the years, but now I have an end goal monetarily where I want to meet, and I think I can reach that and build the revenue up in 3 to 5 years and make some upgrades, and then I want to sell the business, and it'll be a complete turnkey business. The next person that buys it, they won't have to really do a thing for it, and then I can move on to my next venture.
You said you had to have an end goal. So
Yeah.
through every step, did you have a certain goal that you was trying to reach through every step?
Yeah, I did. I'm a very I write a lot, and I always, like, every 3 months, like, I have Think and Grow Rich right here on the table now.
Mm-hmm.
And I follow that to a T. I follow it, and I write down a definite plan with a definite amount by a definite date. And I've pretty much always been able to do that. Don't get me wrong. It's been some hard times.
Oh yeah.
It's been
That's
we
always been.
2021 was a very hard year for us. And there are times now, even when, I struggle and I don't meet my goal, but you got to have a goal so you know where you're going. And
Right.
I'm a part of the nerd herd. So I pull my analytics on a regular basis, and I interpret those to see what's selling, what's not selling, what do we reach, where are these leads coming from. So I'm a real nerd when it comes to the numbers of it. And that is also what's going to allow me to, sell for the goal that I have in mind. So, and I've talked to a couple of business brokers, one out in Silicon Valley that mentored me. And, I'm just moving towards that goal. So maybe in 3 to 5 years, I'll be out of the Gina's Love business.
It's such an amazing name that can be used on everything. You know what I mean? It doesn't
Yes.
just stick to one thing, which is, your body care, feminine care, just products in general. But it's something that you can take, if you wanted to leave, sell the company to
Yeah.
somewhere else, you could still take your name.
Yes. And see, a lot of people don't know this, Renee. This is a really good lead in. The love isn't just love, it stands for life offers value to everyone.
That was my next
So,
question. Where did you get that? What is it? Was the love?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah. It's
Say it again?
because it's life. The L offers value to everyone, right?
Okay.
And so it's just to show you that whatever you put life into, you're going to get value out of. And so, maybe it's Gina's life offers value to everyone. I want it to be a help to people. I wanted to give people self-care, and I wanted to, give them something that they could do since I wasn't taking care of them in the hospital anymore. And
Right.
so, I wanted that always to stick, that, there is value in everybody's life. You can find your purpose and you can stick to it, and you can keep on going.
I love that. Now, I do
Yes.
have a question. You talked
Yes.
about, your goals, and you have these benchmarks and everything. How do you celebrate, or what do you do to celebrate when you make those goals?
Hey, girl, that's why.
But before you answer that, she's a party animal. This woman right here, she loves to party. So that's where the word celebrate come at. She ready to know, what do you do?
I mean, I might celebrate her tomorrow. You never know. I'm here to help. What did I say? I'm there. I help everybody, they know. So listen,
That's right.
she makes a goal, I'm gonna celebrate for her.
Listen, we're gonna celebrate the guy. I will say this. I will say this. I know my internet is probably acting up a little bit. I told y'all I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
We got you.
But okay, y'all got me. Am I back now? Are we back?
We got you. We got you. We can hear you.
There.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I am a bit of a party animal. So because I go so hard working, when I go hard playing, honey, we go hard, honey. You'll see me and my sister, who's my best friend, on the golf cart in Colonial Beach, honey. We driving, and we everything is happening there. Whether it's going to Jamaica, whether it's going to Italy, whatever the case may be. Now, I haven't had a break or a celebration in a long time, but that's because I'm looking to reach a major goal. And when I reach that major goal, child, y'all ain't gonna see me no more. Y'all gonna be like, where did Gina go? She just completely fell off the map. I'm gonna be celebrating for about a year.
Yeah. See? My girl.
So you like that.
That's right,
Like,
Renee. You need to come. We had some drinks. We're gonna
Yes.
celebrate. We're gonna have a good time.
yeah, look
Yes.
at all them
This one
bottles.
always teasing me. You always
Them bottles
you
about to
always
fall on
doing
your head right
something.
now.
I just support people. I support people. Listen, you do something. I don't care if you walked outside. Listen,
Mhm.
I'm gonna support you. Let's go. You want to go have a drink because you woke up this morning? I'm with you.
Let's make it happen.
That's
Right? Life is
yeah.
short. You better celebrate. You gotta celebrate. Got to.
I think that is a great thing. Leon's a hater. Don't listen to him.
Nah, y'all have fun. It's good to have fun. Got one. I got one more question before we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Where did you learn how to play the guitar, and how did you learn how to play guitar?
Actually, I got interested in the guitar in my old job in the hospital because, we were in polytrauma. It's a very different hospital. Like the guys, they lived there basically. And so we worked on mind, body, and spirit. That's the way to heal. And that's what also helped me. But we would have music therapy. And so all the guys played guitar. And so even though I was a mental health therapist and, program director and all of that, at the end of their day, when they were done with therapies, a lot of them would come in my office and sit because I'm typing notes and trying to get all my administrative stuff done. And they would bring their guitars and they would just be playing. And it was so soothing. The vibrations, the sound vibrations really helped them to calm them and heal them. But it would also calm me. And so next thing I know, I was like, well, just teach me a couple of chords. And so they would teach me a couple of chords, but they rotate out like every 3 months. So, sometimes we would have guys that would be there with guitar and my office would be filled. And when they weren't there, I was like, I miss the music. And so I bought my first guitar and then I started playing. And my son, I think he played guitar. So he taught me a couple of things. I think I had him in lessons too. And then I just started playing on a regular basis. And it just, like I said, those low notes, it just has a healing vibration. And I stuck to it. I love it. I love the guitar.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Before we leave, before we end this, I want you to shout out your Instagram, your website. How
Okay.
can they buy Gina Love's products?
Okay, you can go to ginaslove.com, put that in Google it up. It's going to be the first thing to pop up. And you can go there and you can buy all of our products. And you can find us at Ginas Love Natural Body on Instagram and on Facebook. Don't judge me by my Instagram because my Instagram stories be crazy.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I try to keep it clean on Facebook, but at Twitter, y'all can't even find me because they delete me every single 3 weeks. They be like, this bitch is nuts. We cannot have her over here.
She might be my new friend. I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah.
The similarities are there. I love that.
Yes, Renee. Come on, girl.
She has a lot of energy. That's what I love about her.
Thank you. I love being here. Like I'm not even nervous anymore. My
we
arms
gonna
ain't
have
even
you back.
sweating.
Hey, we can have you back on a monthly basis, once a month.
Yes, I'm coming.
have you back, for real.
What you're up to.
Exactly. We're gonna do a girls chat.
Yes, let's do it, girl. You know I'm in there. I'm glad you was on the finger grit because everybody ain't on that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, before we
Leon,
end, one more
shut your
time.
mouth.
One more
Shut your
time.
mouth,
What is
Leon.
it for the women? What is it? What's it called?
You got girls chat.
No, I'm
Girls
talking
chat.
about the little finger. What is it?
Finger
Oh,
Greek.
God.
Finger
I'm
Greek.
gonna text you.
Finger Greek.
Finger grease.
You'll
I'ma
be
text you a
smelling like
picture of it.
maple syrup, honey. Now, let me just say this. If you're pregnant, you're going to have milk all in your breast, honey, and make your breast big too, honey. You smell it does. It's for the ladies.
No, that thing's strong, eh?
Why are you like this? For real. Why are you like this?
It really is strong. You got to be careful with it. You be careful, ladies. Be careful.
Yeah. Some of you men try it out too. We want to know.
Yeah, we want to know. We do, Renee. That's what we really need to come back for. We need to see. We needed men to test it and to see if they smell like maple syrup too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We
Man,
left
ain't
them
want to
stuck.
smell like no maple syrup.
Yeah,
it is not what you want to smell like. It's what we want to smell.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all like maple syrup? Okay. All right.
Y'all like maple syrup.
I ain't gonna say I want to say, but yeah, okay. Well, that's it.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We're gonna have that girls chat. We're gonna do it up.
Sounds good. I'm here for it. Thank you so much, Impel Forward Podcast. I love coming on. The energy is always so authentic. It feels like home. It feels like love.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Wait till Leon, do your homework, buddy. Do your homework.
All right. Love y'all.
Thank
They had
you.
another episode of the Impel.4 podcast. Y'all stay on, don't go nowhere. Y'all.
Oh, yes. And keep impelling forward.
Peace.